Every verb you have met has been a doer. The subject performs the action. The lion kills. The farmer praises. Today the arrow turns around. The subject stops acting and starts receiving. That is the passive voice, and one small ending makes all the difference. Listen.
amātur,
He is loved. By the end of this lesson, you will form the passive in 3 tenses across 2 conjugations and read how a hero met a savage monster. First, the new words for this lesson. 4 nouns, then a verb. The first noun is feminine.
ala,
A wing, think of an aileron, the little wing on a plane. Next, a masculine noun.
deus,
A god, a deity. Next, a neuter noun.
monstrum,
An omen or portent, and so a monster. It gives us the word monster, another neuter noun.
oraculum,
An oracle, the place where a god gives answers, and now the verb.
vasto,
To lay waste, to devastate. You can hear devastate hiding inside it. 3 adjectives now and the 2 little adverbs. The first adjective.
commotus,
Moved, stirred, deeply excited. Think of a commotion. The next.
maximus,
Greatest, largest. It gives us the word maximum. The third.
sevus,
Fierce, savage, raging. Now 2 adverbs you will meet often. The first.
ita,
Thus in this way as follows. And the second.
tum,
Then at that time. Now the grammar. Every verb has a voice. A verb is in the active voice when its subject does the action. The lion killed the hunter. The lion is the killer. A verb is in the passive voice when its subject receives the action. The lion was killed by the hunter. Now the lion is the victim. Same lion, opposite roles. Watch the very same flip in Latin. Active first.
necat,
He kills. Now the passive.
necatur,
He is killed. The doer has become the done to, and only the ending changed. The passive carries its own set of personal endings, 6 in all. In the singular, first person is the passive sign itself, which in the present tense fills out to
or,
second person,
ris,
or its equal twin,
re,
third person.
tur,
In the plural, first person,
mur,
second person,
mini,
third person.
natur,
Look closely and you will see the letter R running through 5 of the 6. That R is the sign of the passive. Wherever it appears in a verb, the subject is being acted upon. Now put those endings to work in the present tense. The passive builds on the same present stem as the active. Here is the first conjugation, the verb to love, singular.
amor,
I am loved.
amaris,
You are loved. This second person also appears as
amare,
with no change in meaning. Both are equally correct.
amātur,
He is loved. Now the plural.
amamur,
We are loved.
amamini,
You are loved.
amantur,
They are loved. The second conjugation takes the very same endings on its own stem. Listen to the verb to advise. Straight down.
moneor, moneris, monetur, monemur, monemini, monentur,
I am advised, you are advised, and so on to the end. Same 6 endings, a different stem. Next, the imperfect, the tense of ongoing past action. It means I was being loved, an action still underway. Its tense sign is the same syllable you used in the active.
ba,
Add the passive endings on top. First conjugation, singular.
amabar,
I was being loved.
amabaris,
You were being loved.
amabatur,
He was being loved. Plural.
amabamur,
We were being loved.
amabamini,
You were being loved.
amabantur,
They were being loved. The second conjugation runs the same pattern on its stem.
monebar, monebaris, monebatur, monebamur, monebamini, monebantur,
I was being advised, all the way down to they were being advised. Notice the tense sign never leaves the middle of the word. Last tense, the future. It means I shall be loved. Its tense sign is a short syllable.
bi,
But watch its vowel change in 3 places. First conjugation, singular.
amabor,
I shall be loved. Here the tense sign turns to
bo,
second person.
amaberis,
You will be loved, with the sign softened to
be,
third person.
amabitur,
He will be loved, plural.
amabimur,
We shall be loved.
amabimini,
You will be loved.
amabuntur,
They will be loved, and here the sign shifts to
bu,
the second conjugation follows the same road.
monebor, moneberis, monebitur, monebimur, monebimini, monebuntur.
I shall be advised all the way till they will be advised. Remember the three special vowels.
Bo,
In the first person singular,
be,
in the second, and
bu,
in the third person plural. Two cautions before we practice. First, only transitive verbs, verbs that take a direct object, form a personal passive. A verb, like to hasten or to dwell, describes what a subject does in itself. It cannot be turned around, so it has no passive with a personal subject. Second, watch the passive at work in two lines lifted straight from today's reading, where a king cries out over his ruined land. Listen.
amici mei necantur,
My friends are being slain. And the second line.
agri mei vastantur.
My fields are being laid waste. Hear both again and notice each verb ending in that passive plural.
Amici mei necantur, agri mei vastantur.
The subjects, the friends, and the fields are not acting. They are suffering the action. That is the passive in living Latin. Your turn. I shall read 5 passive verbs. Turn each one into English. Take a moment after you hear them.
Laudaris, datur, vocabatur, delebimini, moveberis.
Here are the answers. The first, you are praised. The second, it is given. The third, he was being called. The fourth, you will be destroyed. And the fifth, you will be moved. Now the other direction. Build the Latin passive for each of these. First, we are prepared. Second, I shall be called. Third, you are being carried. Fourth, they will be ordered. Fifth, I am seen. Pause and form them. Now check your work.
Paramur, vocabor, portabaris, iubebuntur, videor.
We are prepared, I shall be called, you were being carried, they will be ordered, I am seen, everyone wears the passive sign. Time to read. Today's story is the opening of Perseus and Andromeda. Perseus is the son of Jupiter, greatest of the gods. The poets tell many tales of him. The gods favor him and give him magic weapons and wings. Armed with these and trusting his wings, he flies over many lands, destroys savage monsters, and brings help to the wretched and the weak. Now listen to the Latin.
Perseus filius erat Iovis, maximi deorum. De eo multas fabulas narrant pete, ei favendei, ei magica armae et alas dant. Ei stelis armatus et alis fretus ad multas terras volabat, et monstra seva delebat et miseris infirmisque auxilium dabat.
One note. The word for greatest stands on its own here, meaning the greatest one, with no noun beside it. And the poets slip into the present tense, favor and give, to make the old story feel alive. The tale goes on. Ethiopia is a land of Africa, ruled by a king named Cepheus. Neptune, the great god of the waters, is angry at him and sends a savage monster against the land. The monster ravages the broad and beautiful fields, destroys the farmers' homes, and slays many men, women, and children. The people flee the fields and fortify their towns with strong walls. Then Cepheus, deeply moved with grief, hurries to the oracle of Jupiter and speaks thus. Listen.
Ethiopia est terra Africe. Eam terram Cepheus regebat. Ei Neptunus, maximus aquarum deus, erat iratus et mittit monstrum sevum ad Ethiopiam. Ibi monstrum non solum latis pulcrisque Ethiopiae agris nocebat, sed etiam domicilia agricolarum delebat, et multos viros, feminas, liberosque necabat. Populus ex agris fugiebat, et oppida muris validis muniebat. Tum Cepheus magna tristitia commotus ad Iovis oraculum properat, et ita dicit.
And here is the king's prayer.
Amic mei necantur, agri mei vastantur. Audi verba mea, Jupiter, da miseris auxilium. Age monstrum sevum ex patria.
My friends are being slain, my fields are laid waste. Hear my words, Jupiter. give help to the wretched, drive the savage monster from my country. Notice how the storyteller keeps shifting into the present, sends, hurries, speaks, to set us right there in the moment. Let us gather it up. A verb in the passive voice shows its subject receiving the action, not doing it. The clue is the letter R, the passive sign threaded through the personal endings. You built the passive in 3 tenses on both stems: the present, the imperfect, and the future, whose tense sign shifts its vowel to
bo, be,
and
bu.
remember that only transitive verbs take a personal passive. You met 10 new words, and you read how Perseus takes to the sky and how a doomed king begs the oracle for help. Next, you will carry the passive into the completed tenses, the perfect and beyond, where it borrows a helper and changes its whole machinery. To practice what you just learned, this course has free exercises and AI-graded feedback on ludium.ai. The link is in the description.